Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Happy roll week this week. Happy triple witching week and happy holiday week. We do have a holiday smack dab in the middle of roll week. Oh my goodness gracious, if you could believe it or not, it's going to be a very erratic week of volatility. I will say that. If you're with me here in the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us already this morning. We have, oh my goodness gracious, we have Angelo, Mr. Kofifi, GC Wolf, Frank Bacano, Abinci, Davey Edge, the Duke. Good morning, GC Wolf, Silent NW, part 1, GC Wolf, part 2, Roop Yacht Flyer. Good morning, Spaztrick, SW Fast Scooby, Dan H, Scott Bros, Stevie, Gary's, Repberg, Bradley, Darren, Moo, Sadek, John Tron, Julius, Kenny, Driss, Spaztrick, Scorpion Futures, Angus. Good morning, Flyer, Jim, Astro Nerd, Bird, Broken Butterfly, Anthony. Good morning, Big Sky, A-Trades. How you doing out there? Hey, Richard Steele, John K, Wendy. Good morning, Sam, Mark, Richard, The Family Griffin, Amer, Cedric, Tony, USMC. Good morning, Hani, Ayrton, Sean Dees, Harpreet. Good morning, Harpreet, sorry. Matt, Jeff. Good morning, Vincent, Silent NW Part 2. Good morning. How you doing out there? Good morning, Mike Buck, El Toro, Lightning, Toby, Angelo. Good morning, Daniel, Douglas, Techneasy, for Sheezy, Dr. Turpy. Good morning, Bradley, Scotty, Seth, Cyrus, Alec. Please make the mic louder. Mic should be very, very loud there. Is anybody else having audio troubles? You might want to turn on your Discord settings, turn the Discord volume there, turned up a little bit there, Alec. So good morning to everybody out there. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic morning out there. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're having a little bit of a thematic music party there in Clubhouse before we went live, because it is roll week, if you didn't know, but it is a short week. We are only going to have 4 days of trade this week. However, if you're a real junkie and you must trade on Wednesday, the market will be open for the futures market, but it's going to be very sparse and very sparse volume and erratic volatility. That's really how I want to shape this week. If I was going to be quizzed on, what exactly is this week going to bring? It's going to bring light volume and erratic volatility. That's the best way that I can sum this up, because we are in the middle of rolling from the June contracts to the September contracts. Now, today is the first day that I'm going to be trading on the September contracts. I'm no longer going to be trading on the June contracts. That goes for the S&Ps. It goes for the NQ. You can see right over here in the window, right there, you can kind of see it peeking on through. SEP 24, that's September. We are trading on the September. If you're looking for the letter code, it is the U contract. So NQU for 24, whichever way your platform represents it, or it could also be NQSEP 24. There's a lot of different ways to skin that cat, but we were on the M contract. So if you're seeing M anywhere in your platform, you might want to roll on over to the U contracts. Remember, it's HMUZ, HMUZ. That's the way that it goes. That's how we rotate through contracts. And there we have it. What's the Discord link? Let me post that for you really quick. Whoops, that's not it. I got to spell my own thing correctly. There we go. Did Tops of X auto switch? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And we did hit new all-time highs overnight here in the NQ. These are the September contracts. You can see all the way up here at 20,012.75. So, wow, what an amazing overnight session here that we've had. It's a beautiful thing. I want to get a hat that says NQ 20K. I remember back in the day when I was thinking about getting a hat that said NQ 15K, and I thought it was ridiculous. Now here we are at 20,000. I guess next stop is 25,000. Let's see if we can get it up there. Hello, Rips. Quick question. Do you use the B80J in the trading view charts? Yes, I do absolutely use that, and I do recommend using that, especially if you're trading on futures. It's a great question there, Lone Wolf. Highly recommend using the B80G, the adjustment for, especially when you're rolling through contracts like this. So yes, highly recommend using that. But what are we looking at today? Today is a very sparse day of news. It's probably the weakest. Well, I mean, Wednesdays, if you want to be technical, Wednesday is probably the weakest day of news since it is a federal holiday. But yeah, as far as it goes, I'd say Monday and Friday are going to be the weakest days of the week. Thursday is probably going to be well, actually, that's not true. Friday, we still have PMI. So let's go through the schedule. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But No, TopStepX doesn't have the BADG, I don't believe. So today we do have a piece of news. It's going to be out in 25 short minutes. That is going to be the Empire manufacturing data for June. That's going to be released at 8:30. And then we have a 3 and 6 month bill auction later in the day at 11:30 Eastern time, 10:30 Central. So those are going to be a little bit interesting, but not all that much. I'm not putting a lot of weight on the bill auction, of course, since it's short term and nobody really the participation has been generally pretty low. Maybe if there's something new that comes across the board there, maybe that's something to watch, but I wouldn't really be paying all that much attention. I think most of the opportunities today are going to be coming in the morning off the open and then shortly lived thereafter. And I think that that's pretty much going to be it for the day. I think that a lot of traders are not really going to be large institutional desks have their marching orders, but there's not going to be a lot of people manning those trade desks. It's not going to be a full ship. And that's generally true for the summertime. We will get into lower volume during the summer here. So if you were expecting that things are going to be picking up now that we're rolling, tamp down those expectations, because that's likely not going to be true unless we have some fantastical data that's being released or some kind of geopolitical news that starts shaking up the market. And even then, we're still going to have spotty volume in the markets for the time being. Now, just because we don't have a good day today doesn't mean that we won't have an interesting day later in the week. We do have a 20-year bond auction tomorrow, which is going to be a little bit interesting. That's on Tuesday. It's going to be at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and that is the day before the holiday kicks off. Good morning, Brian, Mark, and KG Dana. How you doing out there? So we do have the advanced retail sales tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning and the 20-year bond auction. Those are the two noted things that I'm going to be watching on my schedule for tomorrow. Wednesday, of course, is a holiday. We do get Brazil, their central bank doing their central rates, their central bank interest rate adjustment. So we'll have to see if they're going to drop rates. But that's on Wednesday. Nobody's going to be trading. Very few people. I shouldn't say nobody. Very few people are going to be trading. TopStep is allowing you to trade on Wednesday up until, I believe, noon or 11 Central. I have to go check what the schedule is, but I'm certainly not going to be trading. If you're looking for a Wednesday stream, it's not going to be me. I'm not going to be here on Wednesday. I'm going to be taking the day off, enjoying that holiday, that federal holiday that we have on Wednesday. Then back on Thursday, we are going to get the jobless claims, as we always do every single Thursday. We're going to get the crude and distillate inventories. We're also going to get some housing data that day, which is important because, you know, the Fed was talking about the housing market. Canada actually dropped their rates due to the housing market. At least that's what Tiff Macklem said. So it's going to be interesting to see if that data will be steering the Fed in any certain direction here. So Thursday is going to be a notable day. And then on Friday, we do get the PMI. So jobs data, PMI data at the tail end of the week. I think it's going to be great to come out of that holiday and get Thursday and Friday there. Wow, Jason, thank you so much. Donating $7. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Give it up for Jason Lanton. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thanks. We are going to have some interesting data at the tail end of the week. Today is really going to be about that data that's coming out at 8:30. Again, that's the Empire manufacturing data. And again, I'm not really expecting a lot this week. I'm keeping my appetite for risk quite low. And I think that that's probably a good thing to be practicing this week, because it's just going to be, it's kind of like if you were talking about, you know, what's going to be the week that kicks off the summer doldrums, I think that this would be the week that does it, simply because we had FOMC last week. We had people coming out of the June contract. We had all of this data coming out. So many central banks making the rate decisions. We have Bank of Canada. We have the ECB. All of these things happening. And then here we come. This is the summer doldrums. This is where it starts. This is where I think things are going to start to really, really slow down. So what does that mean? It means that you need to be, as a trader, very choosy and picky in your spots and not expecting a lot of quick follow through and resolution in your trades, and expecting that we're going to see gaps in liquidity and very spotty liquidity. Now, on Friday, with the fact that we are going to have the PMI data out on Friday, pair that with the fact that it's triple witching Friday, it could create a very nice volatile environment for trade. But again, I'm going always back to the key word here. Erratic volatility is the theme of the week. Erratic volatility. I think that is going to serve you. If you're looking at the markets and you're trading and then all of a sudden things go haywire, go back to the theme of the week, erratic volatility. That's what I think is the best way to look at this week here. I've passed 750Ks on TopStep and 5 150Ks on TopStep. Do they allow to trade 5X on TopStep, 5 on TopStep? No, you have to pay. You can only trade 5 XFAs concurrently. Like right now, I have a bunch of past XFAs on the bench. They will sit there indefinitely until 5 have rotated out, and then I can trade. I can always have 5 active. If you have less than 5 active, then a 30 day counter is ticking away at those past combines until you pay for them. So make sure you're paid up and you have 5 active at all times if that's the case there. Ahmed says, that sounds like a good week to take a break. Yep, I'm with you on that one. We're going to be streaming all week except for Wednesday this week, though. Trying to navigate these markets. I do want to see what happens on this news print. Obviously here, I haven't taken any trades yet. I'm sitting at $0 on my trades. Probably be trading this on some 150K combines, but if there's any excuse to not be trading this week, try to find it and stick with it. But if you are in the pocket for some reason, you are finding some good quality volatile trades that are producing alpha for you, then go for it. You know, I'm just not seeing anything just yet. I want to see what happens on this news print, seeing if we have anything juicy and volatile here. Let me put out the question, is anybody trading so far today? Does anybody have any trades on? It's a very, I mean, looking over at NinjaTrader, look at this. I mean, you're seeing gaps in 30-second candles. I mean, this is just, I take a look at this, and if you've been doing this for long enough, if you look at 30-second bars and they look kind of like this, you can tell that it's this kind of week. If you were just to show me this chart and say, would this be on roll week? I would say 90% likely this is on roll week. It's just the way these things look. It's just how they act. Moo is trading crude. IQ says nothing to trade. Unknown caller says go long. Market looks dead for now. Was long 75, closed at 83. Nice trade. There you go. That's a nice 8-point trade there. Looks like an altcoin chart. There you go. Yep. Nothing yet. Okay. Short position on gold. $1,200 up on the day. Nice work there, Martins. Very nice. Just have to be really, really scalpy. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, looking over at the Mag 7 as well, we are seeing NVIDIA continuing its upward trajectory, just grinding higher and higher. That's really the most congruent of the bunch. I mean, we have Microsoft that is testing on these highs again. Meta is really kind of figure out whatever this is going to break 500 to the low side or if it's going to bounce at that level. Apple's still hanging up here ever since they had that WWDC kickoff. Tesla has receded back down ever since Elon announced that he is going to be taking that bonus package. Google has really reversed since that terrible WWDC reaction. So, yeah, I mean, equities are kind of poised to make a move, but I don't think this week they will. But I'm happy to be proven wrong on a week like this week and just get completely wrong on that so that we do have some amazing volatility. But again, erratic, spotty volatility is what I'm looking for there. More volume still in March contract? No. We have more volume in the June contract today. So let me pull up the volume here on the E-mini NASDAQ. Yeah, so if you're looking at the volume right now, we do have, let me get the actual up-to-date volume here, the to-the-minute volume. Let me get that. So if we're looking at the September contract right now, pull that up. We are looking at, so far traded, we have 50,000 contracts traded for the June contracts. And in the September contracts, we have 63,000 contracts traded. So significantly more volume. Well, not significantly, but decently more volume there in the June contracts versus the in the September contracts versus the June contracts. I keep saying June for some reason, but in the September contracts is where you probably want to be poised to trade. And today is actually the official roll date of the CME. So CME actually has on their website talking about the official roll dates. Let me send that here in the chat. This is a great page to have bookmarked so you can keep track of when the roll dates are. I'll send that right there in the chat. Viking Trader says, I'm taking this as a week to go through bookmap videos and get that set up for next week when the trading is going to be way better. Yeah, I think it will be definitely better than this week, but do remind yourself that we are in the summer months, and I do believe that we are not going to see really nice, juicy volatility really kicking in until we have either geopolitical events kicking off or we have some more data. Like if we have a data heavy week, and I got to look and see, but when's the next print that I'm going to be watching? I'll provide that information later, but there's going to be some more data coming out in the following weeks. But I like to keep my expectations low during the summertime because then I'm pleasantly surprised. If I'm going into every single week saying, all right, this is the week where we're getting back to business, everything's going to be returning, I'm super excited to trade this week, that's usually when I'm getting blown out. Look, if we're looking over a book map right now, you can see there's just a void of liquidity as we are kind of just chopping around here. So it makes it extremely difficult to trade. That's one of the benefits of trading on these prop firms is that you don't have to worry about fills in this mess. But you do have to be cognizant about what the bid and the ask are, because if you're buying at the market and you're getting surprised of your fill. Like, let's just say the last print was 82, but then the spread is like 80 and 84, and you're buying at the market, you're getting filled at 84, and you're shocked because you're seeing the prices at 80. Well, then you ought to be more cognizant of the current bid and ask and where things are. And that's what one of the dangers is in lower liquidity, that you can get filled in that manner there. Charles says, yeah, I'm calling it a day, logging out of Top Step Ninja Trader, going to watch on TT. I'm not sure what TT is. Hey, Rips, how can I change to September contracts on the Rhythmic Trader Pro app? I'm not sure. I just think it's NQU, NQU for NQU24. Let me see. Let me try logging into mine. Let's see. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Let's see. Yeah, that's weird, huh? That is a very good question. Maybe if you hit the plus button and you do NQU24 .cme. Let me see. Nope. Let's try NQU4.cme. Let's see if that works. Yep. So NQU4.cme. There you go. That will do it for you. NQU4.cme. Right? NQU4. So there you go. NQU4.cme. That's how you do it. And I'm going to do that for my ES as well. ESU4.cme. Boom. Added. Banger. So yeah, we're trading at 981 and 5,500 in those respectively. Interesting stuff. Does Top Step pay out via PayPal? I don't think they do anymore. I think it's Wise or ACH Wire. I think that's what it is there. Another platform so I don't get tempted. I'm not sure what TT is though. I've never heard of that platform. Trading tops, trading tickles. Any rumors of reset codes from Top Step TV? I'm sure they will. I mean, they always give away stuff. So make sure you're tuning in to Top Step TV. I always think that they will. I'm going to be on Top Step TV tomorrow. I believe that Nick for a Tick is on this morning. So I'm going to be on tomorrow with Coach Dakota doing our thing on Fast Market. Super excited about that. Ooh, Tasty Trades. That's probably what it is. Yeah, Tasty Trades. That's a great platform. The architect of Tasty Trades was the architect originally of Thinkorswim. They built Thinkorswim and then they built Tasty Trades. Forget what the gentleman's name is, but he's very, very wonderful person. Tasty Trades. Yeah, I like that. Morning, Will. How you doing this morning? Tom Sosnoff. Thank you. Yep, that is correct. He's got his hat that he always wears. He reminds me of the lead singer of AC/DC with that hat. I don't know why every single time I look at him, I'm like, oh, it's AC/DC guy. I don't know why. I always think that. But he's a great guy. He's amazing. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. Tasty Trades was my platform of choice for options. Yeah, it's very extensive for options. I mean, if you've ever wanted a free platform for options, just deposit I think it's like $1,000 or something in Thinkorswim. Well, now it's Schwab, but Schwab's Thinkorswim. And you get a great platform for options, and you can do a lot of amazing things. I mean, it's crazy that it's free. Like options at analytics with an X is I think it's like $600 a month for options at analytics if you get the full package dialed in and everything. And I still prefer using Thinkorswim over that. So yeah, it's crazy. First scalp complete. How'd you do there, Richard Harris? Yeah, you can do everything. It's insane. I mean, beyond options, it's just such a great platform there. It's the 200th episode on Top Step TV. That is correct. So we're going to be on tomorrow for episode 201. That's fun. Doing summertime trade, higher time frame for range market. That's smart there, Markle. Very smart. Do you recommend AMP for live trading? I do. I think AMP is a fantastic brokerage. They will beat any commission rate. Unless, they usually do. Let's just leave it there. AMP will usually beat 99.9% of the time. They're going to beat any other commission rate that you have at another brokerage. Now, given if another brokerage is like, yeah, if you have a 100K balance, then we'll give you these rates. And then you go to AMP Trades and you're like, oh, I want to deposit $5,000 and get the same rates. They probably won't do it. I mean, maybe they will. But it's like a family over there. They're super good. Always been a fan of AMP. Ease of use. You can use TradingView, Ninja. Tradevate or Ninja. as well for deposits. I mean, AMP is great though. I've used AMP before. Nothing but great things to say about the family over at AMP. They're great. Passed my first 50K combine after your show on Friday. Let's go there, future millionaire. Love the name too. Keeping it nice and positive. Anyone ever tell you look like Anthony Jeselnik, the comedian? No, that's the first time I've heard that. Let's compare that there. Anthony Jeselnik. I mean, I know who you're talking about. He did grow a beard. Yeah, I guess now with the beard, right? That's kind of funny. Anthony Jeselnik. Yeah, maybe, kind of, a little bit. That's funny. Saw him live a few weeks ago. He's hilarious. I mean, he's a certain brand of comedy. A lot of people get offended by him, but I like really dark, dirty comedy. I'm one of those folks because it's comedy. It's comedy. It's not real. I mean, it's weird how people will go to a comedy show and get offended where it's like, you know that they're not telling you a true story, right? This is a bit and it's comedy, right? I've never understood that, why people would ever get offended by comedy. It's crazy to me. Will the gap on rollovers be filled over time? No, that's not how it works. No. I come here for the comedy. Thank you, Mike Buck. Hopefully not talking about just my trading here, which is sometimes quite hilarious. Just locked myself out of my XFA. We'll take my first payout tomorrow. Whoa, give it up for Gary. Getting his first payout. Love to see that there, Gary. I'm already offended. Good morning, Carl. How are you doing there? You would like Frankie Boyle? Yeah, I think I've seen some of his stuff. I think Ribs definitely looks more like Sam Rockwell with a beard. Interesting. Sam Rockwell. I haven't heard that one before. Which contract are you using now? We are on the June contract. June contract. Tells how your workout style. I mean, I do high intensity interval trading. Training, not trading. I do both. I do high intensity interval trading as well. But yeah, I love working out. It's how I get my jollies. You know, it's how I get my jollies and get my rocks off. That's what I love to do, is working out. It's how you get your natural high. It's the best thing in the world. September contract. Did I say June again? I'm so ridiculous. Yeah, September. Sorry, I keep saying June for some reason. I'm on September. There you can see SCP. I'm all over the place right now. It's a Monday. It's definitely a Monday. I need to drink down some more Celsius here. How long it's take the money to hit your account after payout requests? It's never taken longer than 48 hours for me. One time I requested on Friday and it showed up on a Monday, I think morning actually. So, because it's the weekend. How do I switch over to the September contract? What platform are you on? On Tradeovate. On TopStep X, it's automatic. You're fine. As long as you're seeing it trade at 19,978, you're fine. You're already on the right contract there. Made $2,000 on my XFAs trading London, but I'm low-key getting greedy. I need more. Might take something during the New York session. It's funny how no matter what, you'll always be greedy. You have to tamp down those expectations and find out what it is that's causing you that greed. And remember, if you're clicking a couple buttons to make $2,000, you have to compare it to other certain jobs and other things that you're doing out there. The time that you're going to spend trading to extract money from the market is usually heavily it's on the high side compared to other things. I mean, outside of being a celebrity or a sports star or an actor or something like that, it's pretty good, I would say. Because you're an affiliate, they process payouts fast. Well, before I was ever an affiliate, they still did the same payout for me as well. So I disagree, but hey, it's okay. We can have a healthy conversation about it. Let me ask a question in here. Let's do a poll. For folks that have been paid out from TopStep. How long did it take TopStep to pay you? Let's say less than 12 hours, less than 24 hours, and we'll do less than 48 hours, and then we'll do, let's do more than 48. Let's do more than 3 days. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. If you've been paid out by TopStep, don't vote in this if you haven't been paid out by TopStep. But how long did it take TopStep to pay you? I'm going to go ahead and vote under 48 hours. And let's see what the poll results are here. Ribs, tell to people who rush trading start doing any delivery service or drive Uber so they'll appreciate the time it takes to make $20. There you go, Alec. That is very, very true there. Let's see here. 1 to 2 days to process, 3 to 4 total for the bank to process as not a US-based bank. It depends. I mean, I guess folks on Rise take a little bit longer there. But it looks like, yeah, so more than 3 days is only 1 out of every 5 people right now who have voted in the poll. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I was correct on the majority here. The majority is 48 hours or less. So, hey, I don't know. Who knows? My first payout was only a 24-hour turnaround. What's a payout? But I guess, yeah, I mean, everybody who responded must be an affiliate as well. That's what it is. It's all a scam. It's a scam. If you ever think it's a scam, just trade with your own money. Simple as that. My dad withdraws usually every couple of weeks, but since I had been not doing so great, he skipped 2 withdrawals. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that there. Do you do payout via Wise? No, I just do whatever the ACH wire thing is, whatever that one is. And I try to paste my payouts, every couple weeks. And then if I miss that window, like right now, I haven't taken a payout in 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. It's got to be a little bit longer because I was going to take a payout, a small little payout, little cream off the top. And then I lost 15 grand live on Tops Up TV. And that wasn't fun. If you read their payout policies, it depends on the country and type of payout. Gotcha. If you don't poll, you can't see results. Well, I'm looking at the results right now. So it's a quarter of people are saying more than 3 days. A quarter of people are saying more than 3 days. So 1 out of 4 is more than 3 days, and 3 out of 4 are saying less than 3 days. So there you go. First payment can take more than 3 days if you're non-U.S. resident. It's not Top Steps. It's your bank. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, use whatever platform you want. Use whatever prop firm you want. If prop firms aren't working for you, use your own money. There's nobody. I mean, it's your world, baby. We're just living in your world here. We're all just NPCs in your world. So do whatever you want. I mean, it's your world. It's your choice. Don't let anybody tell you how to live. Don't let anybody tell you what platform to trade on, what prop firm to use, if you should use your own money. Live your life. I mean, we're all here to support you. So. Rib says, Tops Up allow you to have 5 XFAs that are 150K each. Yes. Oh, yes. That's what I have right here now. I have 5 50K XFAs. I'm from India. My first and second payment came through in less than 2 days. Wow. There you go. So there's for international folks out there. It depends on 2 things: how early in the day you initiate withdrawal, and 2, which bank or credit union you bank with. And again, I mean, let's put it all in perspective here. If you're spending, $149 on a 150K combine, you pass it, you spend another $149 to activate, you're in for less than $300. You trade for a couple weeks, take a $2,000 payout. They refund you that $149 for your combine fee on your credit card or whatever you paid with. I mean, that seems like an amazing, amazing deal there. By the way, we're less than 2 minutes here to the newsprint. Let's see if we can catch any juicy, delicious alpha on this newsprint here. Let's see. Grab my stream deck. Let's see. I'm not expecting a lot. For the Empire Manufacturing, we are expecting negative 11.3 versus a negative 15.6 prior. And again, I'm not expecting a huge reaction on this print. Folks, do me a favor. Drop a lucky like before that print happens. If you don't do it, you might get your face torn off. I'm not sure. It's just a rumor. But if you want to have a good trade, hit that lucky like button. It does wonders for your trading. There you go. Rips definitely looks like Kenny Loggins. Oh, that's a good one. Let's fly into the danger zone here. Takes more than one combine to get funding. It depends on who you are. I think initially, I did it with one. My very first one that I traded. I'm pretty sure that I got that one funded. And I'm not sure if I took a payout on that one or not, but I have to check. But yeah. Is it a must to roll over now? You can do whatever you want. I've rolled over to the Septembers, but you can do whatever you want. It's about equal weight on both right now. Slightly more volume on the Septembers, which makes us look at that order book. Wow. Completely cleared out. 30 seconds, folks. Just about. Pressing like increases Rip's win rate by 10%. You never know. Could do that. If you keep trading combines and pass them, do they accumulate on your main account? Yep. I have a bunch of past combines waiting in the wings right now, and you could do the same. Carl. Oh, yeah, the little Kenny Loggins and Kenny Rogers tour. I love it. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Print's coming out. Wow, that order book is empty. -6, coming in a little bit hotter there. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, if this was a functioning market, I'd short this thing on that, but I don't really trust this market right now. Trying to find a reason to get into a trade here. We might just have to wait until 9 a.m. So it looks like we're going to be chatting a whole bunch today. If that's okay with you folks. Some folks like the chatter versus the trading. Some folks like to just, enjoy the relaxing chatter there. SW says, what did I miss there? Fun with my execution this morning. Wow, look at that. Mr. Kofifi, nice. Are you folks going to be doing the London session tomorrow? Let me know, SW. Just shoot me a DM and let me know. First payout was 4 days, now within a day. Hey, Rips, just wanted to make sure I'm understanding order blocks for NQ. At first, I thought a candle at 9 a.m. from Friday on the 1 hour chart might be an order block, but there's not a previous takeout candle. So I shouldn't use that as an order block. Is that correct? Usually you want to have that takeout candle be the order block there. That's usually what you're looking for, Seth. It's also helpful if you share a screenshot, and then we can kind of go over it as well. Rips' futures open Wednesday. Are you trading it? It is open, but I will not be trading it, Chewy. I'm not going to be trading it on Wednesday. I'm going to be enjoying the holiday. Holidays are so sparse in the markets. I mean, we have very limited holidays. We are coming down there. Could have taken the short. Dang it. Come on, Rips. Nah, it's a thin market. I just, I don't trust it. So, but like I said, I like it to the short side on that print there. But yeah. What happened to Trader Paige? Last I heard, she was on vacation. She's still a member here in Clubhouse. I haven't seen her in Clubhouse in a while, and last I heard, she was on vacation. I haven't heard from her recently, but she's been a staple of Clubhouse and Top Step TV. Hey Rips, any surprises? Any surprises on Top Step TV? I have not heard of any surprises on Top Step TV, and tomorrow I'll be on, so we'll see if there's any surprises when I'm on there. Have I rolled over the new contract? Yes. These are the September contracts right here. Anybody catch that short? I mean, it was a terrible print for the market, but just curious if anybody caught that short there. I mean, again, but it's like how, you're kind of gauging like, okay, am I getting off at 11 points here to the downside? Am I, in the short right now? Nice. Waleed got it. Cliffy got it. Kevin got it. Nice. Caught it. Greg got it. Nice. Yeah. Terrible print for the market, but the reactions are subdued. And it's tough to find follow through in this market because everybody's kind of clamoring to get out at the same time. And then it was like, oh, well, we shouldn't get out here anyway. And then it goes lower. And it's like, yeah. Karandula got it. Wow. Nice work there. Yo. Spastric caught it. Silent and W Part 2 caught it. Nice. I love to see that. No, it's too thin. I've gotten schooled too many times for trading during thin liquidity. I love that, Banks. I love that. You're adjusting to what you see in your own style. That's a beautiful thing. Just because other people are doing something, respect your own style. Stick to what works for you. Stick to what you've tested in your back testing. And that's the way to trade right there. Who cares what anybody else is doing? Do your thing. And I love that. I absolutely love it. If you have 10 kids, it's 10 combis for free. I don't know anything about that, my friend. Why did the market skyrocket? You're probably looking at the roll. You're looking at the difference between the contract that we came from and where we are now. The June contract to the September contract. We just rolled contracts. That's all that is there. Only on Combine, though, too thin for XFA. Hey, you're preaching to the choir there, Caleb. I am not trading on my XFAs. I don't think I'm going to touch it. It sucks because I didn't touch them last week. I wanted to trade them this week, and then I realized it's like, that's stupid. That's very irresponsibly trading XFAs this week as well. Certainly not going to be touching my live account either there. For Father's Day, Rips will give free combines. Oh, if you would have tuned into yesterday's stream on the Father's Day stream, you would have seen that we gave away 69 free combines. It was amazing. I can't believe you missed it. Caught that short for a quick 10-point scalp. There you go. Nice work there, Cody. Way to go. Yeah, it could still come lower, but I just don't trust it. I just really don't trust this kind of thin market here. Hey, Rips, do you think if Top Step will do something for the 200th episode? Maybe. I think that they're going to do something probably for the 100K sub thing. Like, that's a big deal, 100K subs. Which, by the way, we are getting up there, folks. We're close to 20,000 subscribers here. There's about 1 out of every 5 of you that are tuned in and watching this that are not currently subscribed to the channel. Do me a favor. Click that subscribe button right down below. It's free to do. And it really does help the channel grow quite a bit. YouTube has been really just excited about our growth. I posted on Twitter this past weekend on, I think it was on Saturday, about our growth here together on YouTube. And I'm so proud of all of you that have, continued to show up. I'm very thankful, very grateful for everybody that continues to tune in here. It means a lot to me. And we've grown from having, in less than a year, I think we were like 20 people tuning in to watch us, and we went up to 50. And now we get like almost 3,000 people concurrently tuning in, about 10,000 people tune in every single day. It's It's crazy. It's wild to see the growth. And I think that we ought to get some more in here. So you do that by subbing. It's very much appreciated there. Hey, what's up, Storm Scalp? How you doing? OBP, Brian Johnson. Good to see you. Thankful for you too, Stevie. Appreciate you. Good morning, all rips. I caught that short for 400. Thanks for all your market. Hey, nice. Glad to see people are profiting on that short there. There it comes rolling on over. Just didn't trust in myself. Didn't feel like I should trust that market, and that's okay. Practicing my discipline here, not getting hungry eyes or anything. Looking over at the chart here. Let's see if we have anything that's cluing us in here. This is sort of a triplistic bottom here. We are back in this area of liquidity. Would be interested to see if this actually fails down below these 940s. We are trading 958 and coming down quickly here. In equities, we are seeing Microsoft rolling just a touch, Nvidia and Tesla also rolling, Google's rolling, and the S&Ps are rolling as well. Let's see what's going on over in the S&P chart here. The same type of thing where we just have a big old chunk of liquidity here, and that volume shelf kind of dies out right here. So I think that we'll probably be respecting something down here at 54.85 or so to see if we can actually hold up the market there. But we are coming down here. You can see NQ still rolling at 956 here. We were looking at the potential short, which I, of course, didn't take at 973. So almost down 20 points from that newsprint there. What's my favorite sport? Tennis. Tennis all the way. I love tennis. I hate golf. Golf, well, yeah, golf probably the worst one. I used to play football. I love playing tennis, though. Tennis is my sport. Played a lot of tennis, and it's my favorite. I mean, there's what's not to love about tennis? I love watching it, love playing it, and it's honestly, it's like the chess match, the most physical chess match in all of sport. Maybe boxing is up there too, but yeah, I love playing tennis. It's amazing. Who's my favorite player? Rafa, Nadal, Djokovic, Pete Sampras was amazing. Andre Agassi was a classic, but you know, Rafa Nadal, I've been watching him since he was like 12 or 13 years old. The kid used to just eat clay for breakfast. I mean, I've been watching him since nobody even knew about him. I mean, we're talking, how long ago was that? It must have been like 20 something years ago that I started watching him there, but yeah, Djokovic is insane. Love him. Stanislas Wawrinka is amazing. I have a lot of favorites. I mean, everybody's got their own different spice, and I love like the attitudes that they get sometimes. Who is that super wealthy player? Super duper wealthy player that was like really talented, but then didn't give his effort. I can't remember. Yeah, Roderick was amazing. His serve was incredible. Federer, come on. I mean, of course, Federer. I mean, but like we're talking about my favorites here. Who doesn't love Federer? I mean, Roger's great. I'm trying to think who was the really wealthy player recently. I mean, the last 10 years, super wealthy tennis player, came from a very wealthy family, and he was a very talented player, but then like very moody on the courts. I'm trying to think about who that was, but no, not Henman. He was not a U.S. player. But yeah, I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Nadal. No, Nadal's not Murray either. I can't remember. But anyway, not McEnroe. I can't remember. I'll think of it later. But yeah, anyway, he was an amazing player, but then he let his emotions get the best of him. But yeah. Anyway, I love tennis. Tennis is easily my favorite sport, and I love playing it. I love getting out on the courts, and it's such a good workout. It's a very mental game. Once you get your fundamentals down, then it becomes an entire chess match that you're playing. By the way, NQ is coming down here. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I love tennis. I'd love to, maybe when we have the MC meetup, we can all play some tennis together or something there. Yeah. I love betting baseball. Baseball is my favorite sport to bet. I love betting tennis. I love betting live lines in tennis. Tennis is a great sport to be betting as well. I mean, it's a very live betting in tennis is insane. Live betting in baseball. I think baseball is the most profitable betting sport that I have. I don't really like betting basketball all that much. Football is okay. If you're betting live lines, it's more fun, but I have a real edge, I think, when it comes to betting baseball and betting tennis. But yeah, there you go. Pete Sampras, also a good player. Yeah. Every time I get out of a trade, I want to jump back in because I don't want to miss out. That is called FOMO, my friend. Storm, that is FOMO. How do we fix that? Well, you find a way to move your stop behind instead of jumping out of a trade. So for instance, let's just say that we were short this. All we'd be doing is moving our stop down lower and lower and lower. Probably leave our stop somewhere in this area right here. And then if it takes us out, it takes us out. And that's the trade right there. Dean's played tennis for 50 years. Did you ever make it into the pros there, Dean's? Yeah, that's a great thing too, is that you can play for a very long time as long as you take care of your body there. Anyone remember McEnroe and his tantrums? Of course. I mean, it's classic. He was classic about those. Nice. Dean's professional. Very, very nice. Boris Becker was the only king with Steffi Graf. There you go. Rose, what time frame do you like to trail your stop loss? Usually in the 5 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. You can get down very granularly, but 5 minutes probably the safe space to do it. If you're looking for a bigger trade and the market is trending, 15 minutes is probably your key. So that's what I would say right there. Who's my favorite baseball team? Right now, I mean, would anybody hate me if I said the Reds? Does anybody like the Reds right now? Come on, Cincy, where you at? The Cubs, there you go. Go Cubs, go. The Red Sox, there you go. Do you also play pickleball? Much easier than tennis. I'm not a big fan of pickleball, but you know, it's a very popular. It's sweeping the nation right now. You know, it's there you go. Hey, we got some Reds fans in there. I love that. When I say Reds, we say Red Sox. There you go. Hey, Straight Bird from Cincy. Are you a Reds fan? Basketball? I don't know. What do we like in basketball right now? It's just not a good year for betting in basketball, in my opinion. It's just not a good year for that. Basketball is too few, or for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Who do we like in basketball right now? Who's my favorite WNBA team? I'll get back to you on that one. I will. Boston gonna win tonight. There you go. I've been on a tear right now with my sports bets. Let's see. My win rate for the past week has been 22 picks, 15 winners, 7 losers. Let's see. That's on one. Let's see on this other one here. Let's see. I want to bring this up here. Yeah, that's probably my best one, and I'm doing the best on money lines right now. My spreads are actually the worst of them all. But yeah, and then on this other one, 12 and 9. Yeah, doing well. NQ volume really sucks today. Welcome to Roll Week, by the way. Post my slips before the game. I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know. I don't want people to be upset with me, but I've been killing it in baseball lately. Absolutely killing it. Like I said, betting baseball for me is like putting your hand in a nice seasoned glove. Like, oh, you posted something Off Topic Lounge, but here, let me see if I can show this over here. See if this works. There we go. Let's see. There we go. And 2 losses, 3 losses, 4 losses, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, not bad, right? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. There you have it. Yeah, I like betting baseball. I'm not a big fan of playing. I like going to games. Playing baseball was never my forte. I was never a good baseball player, but loved playing football. Loved playing tennis. Those are really my sports. Never was a good football or soccer player. Footy, whatever you want to call it. Was never a good soccer player. I played hockey a little bit. Was a decent hockey player. Great way to blow off aggression. I spent a lot of my days in the penalty box when I played hockey. Like, I was the king of the penalty box. I actually had, when I played youth hockey, I had a lot of parents complaining to my parents about how aggressive I was on the rink. So that was always fun. I got in trouble. Like, one time I blasted some kid so hard, like he did like 2 backflips. It was like, he was off his skates. It was a beautiful thing. It felt really, really good getting that kind of contact too. But football is more for that, you know. Football is definitely more for that kind of that sporting rage, right? Any thoughts on gold? Let's see on gold here. Well, we are coming down a little bit here. I would want to see, we did have some new levels this morning, but I would want to see whether or not we're going to kind of push down through this middle area here, that 2330 there. But yeah, I would want to actually see that. Danbury Trasher. Oh, that's funny. Never looked at cricket? No, I've actually, I don't even know how cricket is played at all. I'm never been a fan of cricket, never really watched cricket. I may have way back, years and years ago, may have done some, half eye-opening bets in cricket, not really knowing what it was, but yeah. Daughter became a Maple Leafs fan this year. There you go, Will. Nice. St. Patrick's Day, that's funny. Man, I saw that hockey accident. Yeah, somebody got killed. It was horrible. Hockey's brutal. Hockey's definitely brutal, but I have some friends that went professional and played professional in NHL, and yeah, you gotta be big. I'm not big enough. I'm only 6'1", right? You gotta be a giant to be a professional NHL player. All my friends that are NHL players are like, hey, what's up, dude? It's like, dudes are monsters. The biggest I ever got, I'm 6'1". The biggest I ever got was like 235. Not like fat or anything, but 235 of like jacked muscle. And like, that was the biggest I've ever been in my life. But yeah, you got to be bigger than 6'1" to be playing NHL. Should try brick it, fence post and a brick for those growing up on a budget. I played stickball. I grew up very, very poor. We invented sports. We had a great sport that I used to play with my friends when we were in the neighborhood was dodgeball, but we played it with rocks that we would find on the street. That was always a lot of fun. I had one of my buddies that's just blasted me right in the head, and I was bleeding so much I had to take off my sock and hold my... Yeah, and then, you don't want to get anybody in trouble, so it's like, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. That was a fun game. Dodgeball with rocks. This is what you had to do before there was smartphones or anything like that. Dodge rock. I love it. Yeah, it was amazing. It was a fun thing. Yeah. Stuff we used to do as kids is a lot different than what they do now. Top Step should host an influencer boxing event. That'd be fun. I got to 220 at 5'6". It looked ridiculous, like Lord of the Rings door. It's funny. Have you rolled over at IQ? Yep, we are in the September contracts over here. Still no trades, though, by the way. Still no trades. I saw some folks in here catching that short, but you can see, look at that. That rebound that you get off that short is just insane, right? It's just so difficult and tricky to play unless you're trailing your stop behind it, so. If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a rock, yeah. We played that game. That was... Oh, the stuff we did as kids. Ding dong ditch, but you leave a bag of dog poo on fire. That was a fun one. Egging people's houses, toilet papering people's houses. I don't know if they even do that stuff anymore. I don't think kids do that stuff anymore. You just passed the combine off that pop. Nice, original Jeff. Let's go. Nice work there. Way to go. All right, I'm going to end this poll here. I want to see the results of everybody who voted for Top Step payout. Okay, so more than 3 days is 32%. So it looks like just a little bit slightly more than 25% there. So a little bit more than 1/4%. So almost a third, right? So almost a third takes more than 3 days. And then 2/3, 66% is less than 3 days there. Hey, give it up for Nick Dolby in chat. What's up, Nick? Dolby time. Any hotkeys anytime soon, Rips? I spoke to Cargo Colt this weekend, and he's been extremely busy, but we're thinking about maybe in the next couple weeks here. They get it's crazy. It's sad. I wonder how that's going to affect the future. There's got to be a level of, boys being boys, right? There has to be a level of that in your youth, I think, to be functional growing up and be a well-mannered part of society. There has to be that natural being a boy type of stuff, getting into fist fights and being a little bit rough. And I don't know. I come from an old school of thought where, we did stuff like that. It was fun. You get your butt kicked and you get up and you move on. You get cracked in the face and you see some stars and get up, and then the next week you go and you crack them back. That kind of stuff. It was fun. It was good times. It's like being a kid. I don't know. Why is it such a big, I don't know why. I don't know, whatever. I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but it's like, it's just being part of like being a kid, you know, it's just being a kid. It's not a bad thing. Like getting into fights is not a bad thing. It's being a kid. I don't know. Rough housing, build confidence for the future. Yeah, I feel like going through rough times, it builds your character. You have to go through rough times. People that go through no rough times, I don't think that they have a lot to go off. I went through tons of rough times as a kid. I mean, I grew up very, very poor. So I went through very, very rough times. And I would be the person I am now without it. I mean, I'm thankful for those rough times. It's what shapes you as a man, shapes you as a character, shapes you as a person. I used to be the Mormon. Now all these kids are being raised by saying, yeah, you know, whatever. We used to meet at the water tower after school to fight. Yeah, I mean, we had, what do we have? I mean, we did parking lot. We did football bleachers. I mean, we had a church we used to fight at. The church parking lot. That was our go-to. I'm not even kidding. That was the spot, the church parking lot. That was the space where you really threw down in the eyes of God. I just remember that. It's freaking hilarious. Meet me at the bike rack at 3:30. Yeah, bike rack. You used to ride your bike to school. That's good stuff there. There's a good book called Wild at Heart that addresses the issue. I got to read that one there. Yep, in front of the good eyes of the Lord there. Yeah, just cracking each other. Father bless this haymaker. That's a good one. That's hilarious. Still not trading here. Waiting for that 9 a.m. hour to roll off here. If you are enjoying the stream so far, we're just yapping away here. If you folks are enjoying, please drop a like on the video. We're having fun here this morning. At least we're having a good time doing it. Let's see. We are up right now to 500 likes. Let's do a poll here. Let's go ahead and do a poll. Will the NQ finish the day above or below? And we'll say, what do we want to say? Let's do 20.015. Above, below. And we'll do, all right. Here we go. Poll is live, folks. Poll is live. Jump on it. We didn't need to fight the priest beating the stuffing out of us, boxing the ears, right? Shut your mouth. Whap. Yeah, you know, teachers used to hit students. Maybe they still do. I don't know. But yeah, teachers used to do that stuff. There used to be respect for the teachers. That was the weird thing, right? We used to respect our teachers. You wouldn't dare talk back to your teacher. You'd get smacked. Boys will be boys until you crack someone and they end up with a TBI in a wheelchair. I don't know about that. That never happened when we were kids. There was a time when you'd stop. You'd lay off. Yeah, teachers can't hit students anymore. Yeah, that's for sure. They all got their phones out recording that stuff. Paddling went out of fashion in my school. I was the last to get it. Yeah, there you go. Went to a Catholic grade school. Nuns used to crack us with a yardstick on the knuckles. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's the good stuff right there. There's this one time where he set the mattress of the Guardian on fire because he used to hit us when we played soccer. That sounds about right. Give me 1 second. Had to grab one of these bad doggers right here. Getting a cold one. Oh, God, I love that sound. Reminds me of the good old days. Kidding. We are coming back down here, by the way. I rolled on everything. So I am on September contracts across the board. NQES, Dow, and the Russie. When's the last time you wrote your name on the board? Oh, my. Do they still do that? Get your butt whooped by your teacher, and when you get home, you get whooped some more by your parents. Oh, man. You remember when you get the note sent home with you from school? Oh, man. That was a long walk home. Holy smokes. My 5th grade teacher was deadly at throwing an eraser. Yep. Oh, that was a good one. Or what about cleaning the erasers as a punishment? That was always fun. Huffing that chalk. Just throw away the note. Well, then you get the phone call. Oh, did Rips bring home the note? Did you see? Oh, and then you're in even more trouble. I tried that one time. I learned real quick. Can't do that one. I can't do that one. You used to have to get it signed and bring it back. Yeah, that's how they knew. But then if you don't, you get the phone call the next day, right? Worst thing was when they called my parents. Oh, yeah. Pit of your stomach. Like, you're so fearful. getting grounded, all that stuff. Fun times there. Fun times. Forcing the signature. Yeah, but then, yeah. There you go. I would promise to be a saint as long as I didn't tell my mom the beatings were legendary. And didn't it make you into a better person? Didn't it? I mean, honestly, I feel like it did. I'm from the camp where I feel like it turned you into a better person, taught you respect, respect people that have been around this earth for longer than you. Obviously there's something to be said about that. It's very, very important. 51% right now saying below. Get those votes in, folks. We have about 415 votes in here. My dad was a history teacher, took a real cannonball into class for weeks, changed it for a sponge and launched it at a boy miss me. Oh my gosh. That is just scary. Oh, I can't imagine his reaction on that one. We had the sports teacher where we convinced him that we could always go out, just give us the soccer ball and let us be. Forged my mom's signature once. I got called to the office and my mom was holding the note I wrote. Oh man, pit of your stomach right there. You're like, what's going on? What's going on? And then you see your mom. You're like, oh no. My wife is a teacher. The only hitting happening at school is kids hitting their teeth. That's nuts. I mean, that's nuts to me. That's so sad. What an upside down world we're in. Oh, as long as I didn't start it, I wasn't scared of the note. Didn't start it, didn't finish it. There you go. How old am I? I am 13. No note home from me. My mom taught the school. My pain was instant. Oh man, that's rough. If you had a family member in faculty, that was the worst right there. Right? I had some friends who had their parents were teachers or part of the faculty, and we always teased them. It was always so easy. My son is going to college, playing baseball, and is going to be a teacher and a coach when he gets out. There you go. Super patient person. We need more people like that. 50-year-long study to prove you get anything from anger issues to anxiety, depression, from even spanking. Like, come on, Rips, you just told us you were too aggressive with people. I know you have anger issues. I disagree with you. That's funny, though. 50-year studies from spanking and hitting. No, it shapes you as a person, teaches you respect. When I played baseball, I never played baseball. I barely played baseball. I played for like maybe half of a season there. But yeah, definitely charged the mound there. Let's see your channel activity there. Teach through understanding and logic, take stuff away, or just lose your patience and strike because you have anger issues. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, it's okay. I'm not going to ban you. We just disagree. Ribs, can we expect some concept strategy videos from you in the future, or is live streaming your main forte? So good news, Daniel, is that I post all of those videos. I mean, on the YouTube, we're probably going to have that shortly and soon, but for the time being, if you want to see anything that is up here in the archive, you can check it out right here, right there. Those are all of the things that we have there in the archive. That's what we have available here. They hit us with the leather belt filled with lead on the hand. That is where Irish dancing came from. We did the Irish jig after we got hit. I love that. Hey, thank you so much, Rips. I hope you had a wonderful rest of your Monday. I will be here tomorrow morning. Happy trading, everyone. Thank you so much, Shukla. Hopefully you have a great evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by there. My teachers always beat me and yelled me. They said my parents must hate me too. Homeschooling is the worst. Hey, what's up, Coach Jay in the building? How you doing out there? Give it up for Coach Jay. 90% of your successful is because you can manage your emotions. I'm sure you get angry, but I'm sure you have a handle on it. Yeah, trading teaches you a lot of patience. Absolutely. Does anybody remember the chestnut fights on a string? I don't remember that myself there. We had a lime tree and my dad used to whip me with the branches because they wouldn't leave a mark or bruise. Yeah, that's a good one. What about eating soap? That was a good one too. What supplements do you take? BCAAs, sometimes creatine, but not recently. I use Steel supplements for all of my supplement needs. I highly recommend them. They're actually one of the few companies that puts quality in their stuff and not sawdust. Hearing all these childhood discipline stories, man, does it bring you back there, Coach Jay? This is good stuff. Get your ears boxed. Get smacked upside the head there. Brush your teeth with soap. Yeah, I had to eat it. That was one of the things I had to do. I had to eat it. The proprietary blend. There you go. Supplements are trash, just eat beef. What if you do both? How about if you do both? Creatine is great not only for your muscles, but for your brain as well. Yeah, I'm not, I have, we just moved recently. We just relocated and we found a meal prep service that does all natural stuff, and they're really, really great. And I'm down, I'm in a cutting phase right now, and I'm down to, this morning, I weighed myself, I'm down to 185. And before we relocated, I was at about 205. So I am down 20 pounds in about 3.5 weeks of cutting right now. And I have, I've been training in bodybuilding since I was very, very young. So I have a good handle on, my body and everything. But yeah, very, very happy with that. Down to measure myself this morning, 14.2% body fat. So trying to get down to, I want to be below 12. That's where I want to be right now. Am I doing keto? Not right now. Just doing very low carb, high protein. That's it. Take off your shirt. I'm going to pass on that one right now. When I was young, my father kicked me out of the house for 3 days. I jumped to the roof of the house and stayed there at night. And in the morning, I went to my uncle's dinner and got food. There you go. What part of Cali am I in? I'm no longer in California. I've left California. Could not take it anymore. Paying way too many taxes. And I lived in a very nice area in California. Still have my place there, just renting it out. But yeah, still just not a big fan. Not a big fan of California. I'm out of there. And I mean, even in a very nice area, the roads were tremendously awful. And if you have nice cars, it's not nice to drive on those roads. It's just, it's just not a nice thing. It's just terrible. So yeah, I'm not in Texas either. I'm not in Texas. I mean, that was one of the things that we were looking at was Texas. Didn't want to go back to the far southeast at all either. So I'm not in Texas and I'm no longer in California. If you watch my Instagram stories, which by the way, I'm going to be doing a lot more there. If you watch my Instagram stories, you already know exactly where I am. What do I use to measure body fat? Let me send the link. It's actually like discontinued on Amazon here, but I'll send you a picture of it. Let's see. Last time I checked, it's not even like, it's like Omnicron or Omni something. It's a great thing. It's awesome. Let's see if it's one word here. Omni, maybe Omni something. Omron. Oh, thank you. That's probably what it is. Omron. Oh, look at that. You're correct. Yeah, Omron right there. This is what I use. Let me send you the link. I don't know why it's so expensive now, but yeah, it is. It shouldn't be that expensive, but there you go. Same here in New York. My wife and I are looking to leave ASAP. Yeah, I love where I am now. It's amazing. Rips, you seeing anything? Someone keeps buying the dips. They know something. I just think that this is a good place for people to be exiting. So if we're looking over at TradingView, I just think this is a natural spot for people to be exiting, which is like at the bottom of this volume shelf here. What's my IG? Let me see if this works here. If I do social, let me see. That should be the command. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Or maybe it's like socials. Let me see what the command is. Let's see. It is. Why don't I have one for socials? Oh, that's weird. Let me see. Where's the weird bot thing? NYC is getting really wacky. Yeah, it doesn't seem safe, right? All right, so here it is. There you go. It's Selling Rips, SELLINGRIPS, Selling Rips. And there's a lot of imposters out there, so keep in mind if you do start following the real one. I have a check on Twitter, but not on Instagram. On Instagram, I have about almost 6,000 followers there. So there you go. Yeah, I see a lot of people leaving California, and I'm happy to be one of those people. I had about enough. You give 60% of your wages up, and it didn't really feel like I was getting anything for it. I'm all for paying taxes, of course, but if you're not getting anything for paying, I mean, the roads alone around my place should be incredible, right? And I lived in a very, very nice area. I lived in Rancho Santa Fe, and the roads should be extremely nice in that area. And they're just, I mean, they're not. And if you have nice cars, it's like, how can you even enjoy them? It's just not nice. It's terrible. Get what you vote for. Yeah, unless you're voting on the other side, and then you don't, right? It's majority rules. It's not how it works. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how it works. I wish it was. I wish that if I voted to have nice roads in my area that I had them, but I did vote for nice roads and I didn't get them. I wouldn't mind leaving, but wife and I can't agree and not sure where I want to uproot the kids. There's a lot of good places, a lot of good options out there. And look for something that's conducive with how you feel about things, right? Yeah, Newport. Yeah, there you go. Newport's really, really nice. I like Newport. That's another spot that my wife wanted to get a place at, was Newport Coast, and we're looking over there. But, you know, I wanted to change. Been in California for a long time, but yeah, we were looking at Newport Coast. There's some nice properties in Newport Coast that we're looking at up on, what is it, the Pelican Hill or whatever the heck it's called. The big area up there that's really, really nice. Manny Kochman has a place up there. We're looking at properties up there. Super nice. But, I mean, it's such a small bubble, and I want things to do, right? I want things to do. Yeah, out there, Balboa, Peninsula, all that stuff. Yeah, that whole area is extremely nice. Nothing bad to say about that, but it's a tight bubble. I've lived in too many bubbles. Like RSF was even a bubble. So, and the place I came before that, very tight bubble. Like I was in Ritz-Carlton Country Club, and very tight bubble. I don't want to be in these tight bubbles where it's like you drive 2 miles and all of a sudden it's like, getting shot at. I'll miss the weather. I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, California weather is what you paid the taxes for, right? Yeah. I certainly did not move to Canada. I did not leave the States. I'm still in the great US of A. Like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you know exactly where I am. Yeah, USC is a tight bubble. There you go. Did not go back to the East Coast. I'm still on the West Coast there. So 9 a.m. came and went. We're going to see if we have any trades here off the open. I'll have to see here. Can get the weather in a few places. Yeah, I mean, Southeast has some really nice weather too. It was nice and dewy. It was always nice, but I got over that too. You know, I lived there for about 6 years-ish. Got over that, and you know, I like where I'm at now. Really, really enjoying it so far. I've been here for almost 3 weeks and absolutely loving it. Just absolutely loving it. Shipping out some of my toys here, and that's gonna be nice. But yeah, it's yeah, good stuff. All good stuff there. And Dylan might be onto something there. Am I close to the Adidas and Nike HQ? Maybe. A lot of Amazon stuff out here. Yes, indeedy. But very, very happy. Very, very happy. We're settling in quite nicely here. Newport Coast sucks. Rather be La Jolla. I grew up in OC and it's only got worse. La Jolla is good except for the traffic. You can't get in and out of La Jolla very easily. It's terrible. It takes like hours to get in and out of La Jolla. The traffic, I mean, it's just because of the way that the roads are designed. It was never meant to be a thriving city like it is now. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's, yeah, La Jolla, I don't think I've ever actually lived in La Jolla, but had some friends there, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Why am I being so coy about it? Coy about what, Nicole? As long as the cats and the wife are happy with where you move to, that's all that matters. Amen, Cliffy. That's what I'm saying. Grew up in Newport and Dana Point. Great spots, but the whole area changed a lot since I left. It's true, Matthias. It is very, very true. Beautiful, beautiful areas, but everything's just, yeah, changing. Very much so. I want to be somewhere where you can be very, very happy, right? Do I have family members that also trade? Not really, no. Yeah, I'm really kind of the only one in the family that trades. I tried to get my wife interested in trading, but she never was interested in trading. She feigned interest for years, but then she spilled the beans eventually and said, I don't care about trading. I'm a farmer from Georgia. My son lives in Topanga, and it's nice to visit, but I would not live there. Yeah, everybody's different, right? Everybody's different. Yeah, PV is great. We're looking at buying some property in PV, but never did. Every lot is 1 acre, which is very, very nice. But yeah, love Paradise Valley. Oh, I won't, Dylan. Don't worry. I still haven't even been down there that way since we got here. I fully expected that we would have by now, but yeah. I'd be afraid my wife would smoke me on trading. Then what? Maybe learn a thing or two from her. You never know, right? I've said multiple times, GC. Come on. I've said multiple times. I even said it on our Discord stream together. I've said it multiple times. Lived in La Jolla Shores 14 years and Laguna Beach 14 years. There you go. Yeah, beautiful areas. Yeah, you know about the traffic in La Jolla Shores. You know about all the traffic there. You want to get anywhere, it's like, especially now, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Live in Cali Rib, so I feel on Cali's been going downhill. That happens when the so-and-so keep protecting so-and-so. Yeah, pay a lot of tax and you don't get the return on it, feels like. Yeah, I had a whole reveal here in Discord about it, GC. You must have missed it. We had amazing music that day. It was awesome. Ribs, any chance to include GC in your morning trading? Huge potential gains. I have it in the morning memo every single Monday, but I haven't traded it recently. So we'll see if we can catch any NQ trades here off the open. Yeah. Ribs, any chance? Yeah, no, nothing new in there. One of my items on my bucket list would be to go to San Fran. Oh, goodness. Get out of here, Tate. You're crazy. Charleston, South Carolina. I've flown through there. I've never actually really toured Charleston, but I hear it's beautiful. Or maybe it was back when I was flying through there. But yeah, it feels like everything's kind of changing around. But, you know, happy to be where I am now. It feels nice. Let's check out gold here. Yeah, we are sending it back up here. Anybody long in gold? Curious if anybody's long here. Charleston is full now. Oh, dang. It used to be beautiful then. It used to be nice and beautiful. Lived in Long Beach and Torrance. Totally now has changed. Yeah, Torrance was beautiful too. LBC. Thought Instagram was only for hot Russian yoga teachers. maybe in your feed. I don't know. But that's I post all of my behind the scenes stuff on there. If you're ever curious, I'm going to be posting a lot more stories there. Do you prefer Southern California or Northern? I prefer Southern California. I'm definitely that's my preference over SoCal versus NorCal. A lot of people are, up in arms about that, but SoCal all the way more chill. Snow in Idaho this weekend, very similar to where I'm at. We had about 107 degrees Fahrenheit this weekend, so almost the same. Very similar. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing an office tour and everything. We're just still settling in here. Still some construction going on in the new streaming studio. Going to be doing a lot new things here, which is going to be fantastic there. Yeah, I mean, got out before any kind of bill got passed about paying extra taxes. Still have property there, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just going to roll with the punches, just like the contracts of the NQ. Just roll with it, baby. Just roll with it. South Carolina is the most moved to state right now. Is it really? That's crazy. That is wild. Very, very crazy. Yeah, Arizona's still good, right? Arizona's still nice. I think. Is there a way to turn off confirmation when trying to close a position on tops of X? There might be in your settings. There should be something in your settings there. Tennessee is the big one? Oh, Tennessee might be the one then. Yeah, I thought Arizona was still great. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, PV, Scottsdale, PV, Phoenix. Yeah, AZ is hot. Yes, indeed. Georgia's nice. You're the 10, I see. That's funny. All the best areas are getting maxed out. COVID work from home effect. People can move, so they did. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that makes the most sense. So there's a checkbox in settings to turn off confirmations. Thanks for that, Chichamis. Nashville growing like crazy. I wonder what's the most left state right now. What is the most vacated state? I'm actually curious about that. Illinois is the most vacated. Well, Chicago, right? New York or California? Interesting. California. I'm wondering what is the most vacated state. Chicago's horrible. AZ is hot. Played golf in Scottsdale and decided I didn't want to live there when I saw a sign for a watch for rattlesnakes when looking for golf balls. That's the desert for you. They have rattlesnakes in California too, believe it or not. Does Lux Algo work on tops of X? No, does not. Let's look at Tennessee for tax purposes, but also property values have tripled in the last 10 years. Does Tennessee have no state tax? I'm not familiar. Midland is worse than Chicago. That's words from natives. Interesting. A lot of Californians are here in Florida. Interesting. Could society survive without a government? No, definitely not. I don't think so. But the money should actually go to not corrupt politicians. I know it's a hot take, but I don't think that the money should be. I mean, if the politician is dining at French Laundry, if you've ever been there, it's not cheap. Politicians should be working for the people, not siphoning money from the people, in my opinion. No state tax in Tennessee, so everybody moving there. Yeah, there's a lot of places with no state tax, right? There's not just Tennessee. Yeah, but politics breeds corruption. You know, it's just a big circle of corruption right now, and I don't know if it's ever going to get any better, unfortunately. $23 billion for homelessness and zero homeless got homes. Yeah, sounds about right. You know, people moved to Nashville for those Midwest home prices. What was 10 years ago no longer the case. Yeah, I'm sure that housing prices, supply and demand goes up, supply goes down, prices go up. That's how it goes. Yeah, the saying is absolute power corrupts absolutely. That is the saying, right? And it is unfortunate that that's the way it goes. It's super unfortunate that that's the reality that we live in, where people go into certain areas where they're not corrupt, and then they get a little bit of power, and then they're easily corruptible. And unfortunately, it seems to be most of the world these days for people in power. I think we should keep paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to government employees. That way they don't have any incentives to fix the problems they're managing. Yep. And then give them the power to make the rules to make their pockets even fatter. What do you think they'll do when AI takes over a lot of jobs? I mean, there's probably going to be rules and restrictions in place to make sure that that probably doesn't happen all that much, but probably go to UBI, right? Who knows? We'll see. I'm here for the ride. Let's check out NQ here. Markets are opening in about 12 minutes here. 12 minutes. We have meandered down sort of towards those 938 quarters down there. Am I on Top Step TV today? No, tomorrow though I am. Looking in North Scottsdale or Carefree for us, but also like Tucson. We just aren't sure yet. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people going to Arizona. I've seen that too. A lot of folks going to Arizona. I'm a civil engineer, and there should be a ton of houses hitting the market end of 2024 and all of 2025. Use that information as you will. Thank you, American Pride. Love the name too. Yeah, if you look at new homes versus existing homes, and then housing starts, that's one of them to track there. You can see that we are trending up there. Hey, thanks, Marco. Good morning to you as well. I wonder how AI will affect trading in the future. It's already being done, Effie. It's been going on for quite some time. It's only going to improve, but retail is a necessity for the market to function. So I don't think it's going to trade all that much, change all that much in our trading. Texas is still amazing. Dallas is growing rapidly over here, way cheaper than Cali. How is Dallas still nice and safe there? That's what I'd be looking at personally. You have a view to the course. Am I playing golf? I'm terrible at golf. Absolutely horrendous at golf. So if you ever want to feel good about your own personal golf game, come and hit around with me. I will certainly score a 70 as long as we're only scoring the front nine. That's for sure. Since we switched over to September contracts, how much weight are you using on the MC levels since the levels are new? They will be more developed over the next couple weeks. So the weight is there. I think it's decent to have it in mind. So as you know, the levels are the levels. They work as they work. And it's the same formula that derived them last time. So I can't imagine that they're going to work any less. So I'd still put a lot of weight on them. Next meetup at O'Keefe's place. There you go. That's down in CR there, right, O'Keefe? I believe CR. Oh, Good old Van Halen song there. Crude is pumping up. Let's see. How do you set the VWAP on NinjaTrader? You can't. You have to pay for it. I know it sounds like I'm trolling, but I'm not. You actually have to pay for the VWAP on NinjaTrader. You have to be a paying member, but it's not worth it. Just use a VWAP on another platform. Pretty safe. Crime rate is low compared to other big cities. The weather isn't awful. You can ride your motorcycle all year round. That's nice. That's awesome. With that view, you can start chipping from the backyard. Yeah, I'm just not a golfer. I've tried so many times. I've gone through so many different instructors. I'm just terrible. Some things you got to realize that you're terrible in life, Golf is one of those things that I'm just terrible at, and I'm never going to be good at it. It's one of those things. We'll never be good at golf. Do I do the Happy Gilmore when I pick up a 3-wood? I can blast a ball, but it's certainly not accurate. And, I've had stints where I can go like 2-3 weeks with hitting the ball well, and then it just falls apart. And it's like hook, slice, hook, slice, hook, slice. And it's like, okay, all right. Let's go to the tennis court. Rips, we may be terrible at golf, but it's still fun to go to the driving range for a few good hits. Yeah, I prefer the driving range over the course. The course is just like a mockery of my time, really, honestly. It's just a huge waste of my time. I get to like hole 4 and I'm like, why am I doing this? What am I doing here? What's the point of this? It's just god awful, terrible. I haven't seen it, Tate. No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, tennis is the greatest sport. Amen. Fun to play, fun to watch. Very exciting. It's chess. It's chess, but with sport. It's amazing. When you learn your fundamentals, then it becomes a very extensive chess match, rather. Trying to hit the ball too hard. No, I've done. No. I know. Trust me. I've gone through multiple instructors. I've had custom clubs fitted to me and gone through this club brand and this club brand. It's just, you ought to know when it's not your thing, and it's not my thing. It's not your thing. Plus, I'm not a drinker, and that removes like 90% of the fun of golf, right? If you don't drink, there goes 90% of the, like, if you're not a good golfer and you don't drink, then it's like, I'm just wasting my time here. Top golf or mini golf. I've never done top golf before, but I've heard great things about it. Never done top golf. It is a mockery of my time. I'd rather be on the tennis court. So-and-so roasts you right now. Why does he like talking about you? Yeah, I mean, he's obsessed with me. He tried DMing me again this weekend. I didn't even read it. Tried DMing me on Instagram. I think he wants to like collaborate or something. It's weird. Very, very strange. Dude like reaches out like 3 times a week in Instagram DMs. It's very strange. I don't really understand it. Strange obsession. But growing up, you won the tennis match by how many home runs you hit over the... I remember that. That was good stuff right there. Good times. Yep, exactly right. Teach golf for a living? Yeah, so you know how terrible some golfers can be. I'm as bad as they become. Wish it wasn't, but it was true. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's very true. If you're not good at golf, it's a total mockery of your time. It takes a long time, especially if you're not a drinker. I mean, there was a time when I actually did drink and I did play golf, and that was more fun. And then when you stop drinking, it kind of takes out all that fun. Unless you're good, if you're good, then it's fun. But, No, you answered this earlier, but are we on the new contracts today? Yep, we are on the Septembers on NQ there. I understand he's seeing his audience shrink and yours grow. Yeah, the cream rises to the top. People are going to go where there's actually quality, right? And, for the folks that have the IQs that are right around room temperature, that's a great stream for them because it's like very lowbrow discussion, very low IQ discussion. It's great for those people. They have to have a place to go, so that's their home. And I appreciate them. God bless them, right? There's got to be something for everyone, but unfortunately, that's not the majority of folks. Most folks have the IQ that is above room temperature, so they tune into some place where there's a little bit more intelligent discussion there. My pops hit the first ever eagle in golf on Saturday. Hey, there you go. I don't think I've ever hit an eagle, hole in one, anything. Like if I'm hitting a birdie, it's like a godsend, right? It's a godsend if I'm hitting a birdie. Yeah. Very rare thing for me to happen there. Yes, indeed. So we do have the market opening in less than 5 minutes here, about 4.5 minutes. We do have the market opening here. Yes, indeed. Going to be an interesting open. We'll see if we can trade this. Try to trade it pretty light, if at all. Oh, Shannon, get out of here. Could help you get that eagle ribs. I mean, like I said, I've gone through probably 25 instructors over the years, and it always ends there's times when I get like really excited. Like, I don't know, like if we're watching the Masters or something, I want to get out there and start playing. And then I go out there and it's just like, it starts off great. And then like 3 weeks into it, I'm like, yep, don't even know why I did this again. It's always the same story. It's always the same story. Yeah, I know you're a pro. I know you're a pro there, Austin. Watched him once for like 2 minutes, was convinced he's clinging to the left side of the eye. Very, very true. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's insecurity. It is what it is. It's all good. Oh, he's gonna erase all of his disappearing messages now. Oh no. Oh no. The things that he has told me in private, it's cute. I'm not going to get into it, though. It's not worth my time. I stole his entire audience, and he's just salty about that. So he's going to continue to buy starter supercars to try to feed that empty void in his heart right now. But, I mean, if you're buying a Lambo and your doors don't go up like this, why are you wasting your money like that? That's such a complete waste of money, in my opinion. Like, buy a real Lambo. Stop buying the starter Lambos. It's ridiculous. It's so funny. Anyway. Call this boat around. I mean, you know, if you're like wrestling for space and there's only 6 people on your boat, you know, whatever. Anyway, no more negativity. But I will say this. If you're looking to buy a Lambo, at least make sure the doors are going to go up like this. Stop buying the starter Lambo that goes like this. That's child's play right there. All right. We got the marketing opening in 2.5 minutes here. 2.5 minutes. He's now up to 2 starter supercars. It's like, I remember my first supercar. What was it, 20 years ago? I remember my first 2. It was fun. Good times. Good stuff. All right, here we go, folks. We're coming in 2 minutes. 2-minute warning here. Up at 9:50 now. Here we go. Here we go. See if we get any trades here. Yeah, we are auctioning right down here at around like 9:38 or so. I would like to see whether or not we're actually going to hold down here at these 950s. Yeah, they're really not. I mean, they're fun when you're young. Like if you're in your 20s, definitely get one. If you're over 30 and you're getting one that doesn't have the butterfly doors, like you've lost. That's a big yikes. That's a big yikes right there. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. Here we go. All righty, less than a minute here, folks. Less than a minute. Here we go, coming on up. Let's see what happens here at these 960s. I mean, I always want to be trading the micros because I just don't even like any of this right now. Yeah, Porsches are great. I love Porsches. Make sure you say Porsche and not Porsche. I don't want to always, I don't know, it's like nails on a chalkboard for me whenever I hear Porsche. Porsche. It's Porsche. Porsche. All right, we are 10 seconds out, folks. 10 seconds out. Here we go. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. See what we got going on here. Markets are shooting up a little bit here. Little spike up in Google. Look at how these liquidity bands are so wide right now, too. Supreme Court review on NVIDIA is breaking news right now. Interesting. So there's a shareholders securities fraud lawsuit, apparently, and they're looking to scuttle that. So breaking news right there. So U.S. Supreme Court agrees to hear NVIDIA appeal of shareholder crypto suit. Interesting. Very, very interesting here. NQ straight up, ES straight down. Yeah, I think that we're getting a little bit of a pump here. We're back to the VWAP in NQ. Still difficult for me to find a trade here. We do see a lot of the components going straight up, especially Microsoft, Apple. Kind of want to try a little bit of a scalp here, but it's so dang thin. It's tough for me to read this. See if we can get up to these 80s or so. Coming right back down to this bell curve of liquidity. See if we have an opportunity. Meta's coming down. Microsoft, a little bit of rejection there. Amazon coming down as well. Yeah, S&Ps are rolling here. We didn't make it up to those 987, so I was looking for a short up there. Didn't get that at all. So I was coming because I kept exiting and buying at the bottom. I pointed out would have been a lit long to take. Yeah, definitely was a nice little percocito there to the top side. Good for about 20 handles. Seeing a big pullback in Meta here. And NVIDIA can't make up its mind. Let's see if we reject it, this area here. Could potentially look at taking this short from these 60s. All right. Oops. Was trying to take a short there, but that didn't work. Watching for this to auction back up. Yeah, all the semis are kind of pulling back here. I'm going to take a short here. Looking for this to auction down through these 40s now. So 38 is the initial target. Watching down here to see if we have any pump back up towards 50s to reshort. Meta's off a cliff here. Watching these 50s for a potential reshort. I'm going to add right there, actually. Not auctioning above those 50s is a nice little key. I want to peel off a little bit into this 40 pull. Watching here on this perk back up towards 50. Trying a little add right here. I want to see this break below 45 now. Watching here for the break below 45. Google is coming down heavily as well. There we go. Peeling off half. Beautiful. Exactly what we're looking for there. Move our stop to the top of that bar. Anybody else out there catch that move to the downside there? Move my stop down a little bit. And we're stopped out there. So that's going to put us up on the day. Total of $3,700 there. Almost $4,000 on one single trade. Congratulations to anybody who caught that there. If you did catch that, drop a W in chat. Looks like we already have some W's going here in chat. Way to go. Remember who you're spending time with in the morning here. You want to find somebody who's showing you the trades the moment they go on, not after the fact. You'll notice that other streamers out there will only show you after the fact. And even when they show you their account window, you'll notice that the number of accounts is fluctuating from day to day. They'll show you that they're profitable in PA accounts, but they'll have it sorted by value. So they're not showing you all the PAs that they lost in. So be very, very careful out there for those tricksters, scammers, hucksters, and people who are just lying to you. And don't be gaslit by streamers because it's just not worth it. Find somebody who's going to show you their losing days if they have them. But find somebody who's going to show you the moment that those trades go on and they can describe what they're looking for through those trades. That's very important for your growth as a trader. So if you find yourself wasting your time with those other streamers, I'm sorry to say that it's probably not going to end well for you. So make sure that you're watching somebody who's showing you the moment that that trade goes on, exactly why it's going on. If they're spending their entire day talking about other streamers, then you obviously know there's a lot of jealousy going on. There's a lot of jealousy going on. It's too bad anyway. Well, probably going to lock it up here, folks. Locking up the day. I'm going to continue trading in the Discord, but I just wanted to get one nice little scalp there off the open together. And I hope that you all have an amazing day. I hope to see you tomorrow. Tuesday should be a better day as far as liquidity goes, but I was just looking for that opening scalp, that perfect little flushacito. And I hope that you folks caught that out there too. It was a fun one. We're going to lock it up here. Up $3,797 here, trading the NQ this morning. Trading on Top Step, of course. So I hope you folks have a wonderful day out there, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Take care. Have a great Tuesday. Or have a great Monday, and I'll see you Tuesday. How about that? Take care.